Alright, let's do the next proof. Let's fill in our information. We know C is the midpoint of AD. Okay, so we have our statement, reason, given. Well, we're going to write it out. C is the midpoint of AD. Well, let's use what they told us. So if C is the midpoint of AD, I know that AC is congruent to CD. Well, I put that in my picture. Let's use that. AC is congruent to CD. Well, why? Because C is the midpoint of AD. Let's write that down. That's going to be your definition of midpoint. Okay, let's see. What else do we know? We know that angle C in this triangle is congruent to this angle C. We're going to name those because when I say angle C, do you know which angle C I'm talking about? The name of this angle C is angle ACB. So, angle ACB is congruent to angle DCE. Well, why? Why are they congruent? Vertical angles are congruent. The next one. Well, I don't have enough information yet to prove triangles are congruent. Remember, you can only use side, 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 angle, side, angle, angle, side, angle, side, angle, or HL. Remember, HL is for right triangles only. So I have an angle and a side. I need one more piece of information. So at this point in time, I'm pretty sure side, side, side won't work because I've got an angle here. So I can either try to figure out another side, which in this case, if I was going to do side, angle, side, it would be side, angle, side. Can I prove this side is congruent to that side? Remember, the given does not say that C is the midpoint of BE. So no, we cannot prove that this side is congruent to this side. Can I prove angle, angle, side? Well, can I prove that this angle right here is angle E is congruent to angle B? Perhaps. Can I prove that angle A is congruent to angle D? Perhaps. HL definitely will not work because these are not right triangles. So let's look at this and think about it for a second. That arrow indicates that AB is parallel to ED. Let's put that on our proof. So AB is parallel to ED. Alright, so this is going to be given. Although it's not in your given statement because it is given in the picture, we are going to put that in our proof. It should be in our given. So AB is parallel to ED. Now, we can use all of our properties from our parallel lines and their angles. We know that angle D is congruent to angle A. So here's our parallel lines. And this is our transversal. So angle A is congruent to angle D. Why? Alternate interior angles are congruent. Now, we have enough information to prove the triangles are congruent. So triangle ABC is congruent to triangle DEC. Angle, side, angle. And now you're done. Just remember to use what you know already. And once you use that information, put it in your proof. Okay, the next one. Angle Q and angle S are right angles. That's given. Let's put it in our picture. Here's angle Q and here's angle S. We also know that QR is congruent to SR. QR is congruent to SR. Well, that implies that point R is a midpoint. We could add that to our proof, but we really don't need that here. What we're trying to prove that at this angle right here is congruent to this angle right here. Before we can prove that parts of triangles are congruent, we first must prove that the triangles themselves are congruent. So, we have before we even go there, we need to say that angle Q is congruent to angle S. So angle Q is congruent to angle S. Even though they are right angles and it is rather obvious, you need to state that in your proof. All right angles are congruent. So now we know Q is congruent to S. So this is an angle and this is a side. Again, side, side, side would not be appropriate here. Can we prove another angle or PQ is congruent to ST? We don't know anything about PQ or ST. But we do know that this angle right here is congruent to this angle. Why? So angle PRQ is congruent to angle TRS. TRS. Vertical angles are congruent. So we can finish this one. Statement, reason. Next step. The triangles. So triangle PQR is congruent to triangle TSR. Why? Well, we just included another angle, so this is angle, side, angle. Last step. Angle P is congruent to angle T. Corresponding parts of congruent triangles are congruent. All right, next one. Determine if the following lengths could form a triangle. This should be form. First of all, we know that if you add the two smaller sides, so 5 plus 16, they must be larger than the third side. It is 5 plus 16 is 21. It is not larger than the third side. Therefore, no triangle. Next one. 2 plus 8 must be greater than 10. 10 is greater than 10. No. So no triangle. All right, use the diagram to the right. If AE is 14, these two sides are parallel. BD is your midsegment. If AE is 14, then BD is 7. EC is 16, so therefore FB is 8. And AC is 20, therefore FD is 10. Number 19. Use the diagram to the right. If FB is 7, then EC is 14. If BD is 9, then AE is 18. And if if FD is 13, then AC is 26. Next one. Determine between what two values the third side of a triangle has to be. As you recall in class, and what we did earlier, you have to add the two shorter sides together must be larger than the third side. Well, we only have two sides here. To find the possible lengths for the third side, simply add the sides together and subtract the two. The third side is any length between 4 and 12. Same thing over here. 15 plus 22 equals 37. 22 minus 15 equals 7. So 7 is less than x, which is less than 37. 14. Find the value of x if EG is a median. Well, key word here, median. Median, remember, by definition, goes from the vertex to the midpoint of the opposite side. So G is a midpoint. Therefore, this side is congruent to this side. So our equation, 5x plus 32 equals 9x plus 8. X equals 6. Next one. This time it says find the value of y if CL is an altitude. Well, here CL, by definition, starts at a vertex and is perpendicular to the other side. So this is a right angle, this is also a right angle. So 20y minus 30 equals 90. Y equals 6.